Hi guys, welcome to TechTake Studio. Our today's session is Azure Data Factory, how we can create our first Azure Data Factory. Agenda for today's session is explanation of Azure Data Factory and the live demo. I will show you how we can create the Azure Data Factory on Azure portal. Before creating the Azure Data Factory, these are the steps. Like we must have Azure subscription, resource group, and Azure Studios account where the file will be stored. Let's go to Azure portal. This is Azure portal where I have already logged in. And as I said, we must have a resource group to create Azure Data Factory. Here we can search Data Factory to create Data Factories, or just go home. Here we have a storage accounts Data Factory option. Yeah, so Data Factory we can create first Azure Data Factory. Let me put name for Azure Data Factory. So for demo, I have kept a subscription will be free trial resource group. Either we can create existing one or we can create new one. So just for showing you, I'm going to create new resource group. This is our new resource group, and this is Git options, Git repository URL branch name. So I'm going to disable it for now. We don't need it right now. Let's create our. Just going to deploy our new first data factory. You can see here in the notification bar, deployment status, deployment is in progress. You can refresh. Yeah, so deployment is succeed. We can directly go to resource from here, or from here, go to resource. This is author and monitor section where we can start working on Azure Data Factory for creating data. I mean activities, pipeline, data sets. So we move to Data Factory. You can see here, this is Azure portal. Let's go to home page, Azure portal, and we created new Data Factory in the new tab. Here we have the options for editing the Data Factory, creating the activities. This is for monitor, for our trigger runs, job runs, dashboards. Here it's settings, create link service, integration runtimes. Let's go to. Here you can see the factory resources. These are the important components you required for Azure Data Factory, which I already covered in my last session. Pipeline, what is pipeline, data sets, data flows, triggers, link service. I would request you to please watch my last session for component and the topics required for Azure Data Factory. For pipeline, let me see, create new pipeline. So new pipeline, I'll create with these options. This is our pipeline where we have activities. These are the activity section like copy flow, data flow, and others. So what we will do in our session, we will have one file, okay, and we will copy it from one folder to another folder. Okay, this is our target. So for this, we will require one input folder with one input file and one output folder Either file name can be listed, or we can create new one in output folder where we will copy our input file, and the storage account required for importing our input file, and the link service connect the file to input folder. So these are required to create our new data factory activities, to copy from one file to one file, another folder. So either we can create a data set in initial input folder, the output folder, and the links and service. From here we can create a new data sets, or we can create it at the time of creating pipeline, I mean on fly. Let's see. So I'm using it, copying data activity. This is copying data activities. Here we have source. Source means the input folder, input file. Sync means the destination, the target, where we will copy that input file. Let's first start with source data set. So our input data set, we haven't created it, so we can create here input data set. Before input data set, we will require the storage account. Let's go to home portal and search for storage account. So we can have storage account services. We can create a storage account here. Subscription will be free trial. Resource will be our newly created resource group. This one. Yes, create new one. No, so review and create. Validation failed, require information missing or not valid. Just go to previous. What is required? Create a storage account. Name. I think we already put it name, right? Retail storage group. Okay. The storage account name. Let's create the storage account name. Storage account. Yes. So let's review and create. So it will validate your connections. Validation pass. You can create initializing deployment. So our storage account will be deployed soon. It will take few seconds, depends on your connectivity. It's still underway. So one storage account will be created. We will import our file. Here we have a file, employee file. Let's see what is in employee file. The name and the age. We have two records. Input file. This is our local premises, and we will import into our Azure portal in storage accounts. So storage account is created now. Go to resource. In resource, to keep file, we will need one container. We need to create new container. We don't have any container here right now. So container name, we can container demo. Okay. Successfully created a storage account. This is our container. And here you can see we don't have any file right now. So we will upload it. Select a file by browsing on local premises. This is our file on local premises, which we are going to upload in cloud. Blob type upload to folder. Either we can create a new folder here, like input folder. So in container, it will be a new folder as input name will be created and the file will be uploaded. Yes, it's completed. You can see here we have input file and employee file here. Okay, so by right clicking here, you can view or edit our file. So these are the records. Okay, so in the storage account we have file now. Let's move to data factory. The source data set. Let's create first data set Azure Blob Storage as our input is file, so we'll select Azure Blob Storage and text file. So we'll select binary, continue, set properties name, link services. Okay, so we will need one link service to connect that container, that file input folder. Let's create new link service. And link service name has been service demo. Same we can put in description. This is not mandatory, but we can keep it. Subscription, post free trial, Azure storage account name they just created. This is our storage account name, and let's create. We can paste here our connections. So link service created now. File path container. Either we can put manually or we can just browse from here. This is our container name. Okay, so container name, directory, input folder, file. We can put file name here. Browse. Employee text. So it's done now. We can see here when our employee dataset employee is created. Now for target, we can create one target dataset. This is input dataset. Let's create for target dataset. Again, we blob storage. Continue the binary. Continue and employee backup. Our target will be link service. We can keep same because the container folder path will be same, storage will be same. Container, we can change folder name here, so that container new file name, folder name will be created. Employee and employee backup. The file name will be employee backup. Text. Okay, created. You can see here we have two data set now: employee and employee backup, input and output. So we just created two data set, one link service to connect our input file, and the copy data set is completed. We have button to validate if there will be any issue, it will show. So no errors were found. We are good. Now we can debug here, or we can just publish all here. So debug is for just for issue that copy data now, and publish all. Once we will publish all, it will be saved to our login and our resource group. So when we will log in next time, all the things will be saved. If we don't publish all, it will be removed from here. For now, I'm just going to pub debug here. It's running, and we can see here the output, the status, copy data, copy type, run start. Notification bar, we can see pipeline 1 is running. It will take few seconds. Meanwhile, I will show you the container we have. Output folder, let me see. So we have succeeded, pipeline 1 is succeeded. You can see here, this is succeeded. So we will move to our container. We can see we have output folder now and the employee backup file now. That's it. So this way, the activity to copy data transform we can use in the Azure Data Factory. We can publish here, it will be saved by clicking let's publish all. So all the data set pipelines will be published here. Deploying changes to the factory, it's going to publish now. It's completed. Okay. One more thing I want to show you. For copy data to source, we have some settings. Source data set is already selected. For sync data set, block size, we can do some settings here, make some concurrents. List of files, file path, data set. These are some settings we can configure. Delete after file completion. So we can tick mark, if you can tick mark, the input folder, input file will be deleted once copy data activity is completed. So we can do that. Add trigger is for scheduling this activity, copy data. That's what. Thanks for watching this video. Please like and subscribe my channel. In next session, I will explore some ways to work with Azure Data Factory and some other activities. Thank you.